I'm following the dozer trail that created our safety zone for one of the fires we were at last year, and thought I'd go up and see what the area looks like this year. Also breaking in the boots some more. I sat for about 15 minutes with my feet in the creek yesterday, and maybe I'll just put these videos together, but didn't get wet. Water never penetrated the leather because I have probably so much open-offs in there, and you know, the boots are constructed well that no water. So I hiked up that horse trail and didn't seem to do anything. So today I poured a big old pot of hot water in both boots and let them sit for about 10 minutes. Poured it out, put my feet in, strapped them on, and drove out here to go hiking. So we'll see. I'm just trying to get a little tighter fit on the side. I'm not getting any hot spots or anything, but it's one of the ways people tell you to do it, and I thought I'd give it a shot. But I'm just following the destructive path of the dozer to get me up to the backside of our fire. Sorry for the wind noise. Here was our safety zone. Basically an area devoid of fuel. Sorry about the wind. You could live out potential blowover. Anyway, that was basically the dozer's job. It also creates a bigger fire line to look down on, but we are going to go right up here and see what it looks like. So, not sure if it comes across how steep it is here, but if it was easy to get to, you take a truck. So this is the kind of terrain you hang out in. Here's our fire line. Kind of just looks like a hiking trail. This is the edge here. You can see, for the most part, a fairly manageable area. Most of the fire stayed down low. A few of the trees got scorched at the bottom. Some of them still have some dead needles, but there's green growth on top. So the majority of these will survive. Weren't a whole lot of trees coming down, other than just probably dangerous snags that were previously there before the fire. If nobody had a fire, nobody came out here, nobody knows the snags were there. Some of these guys, these hollow ones, will get the fire inside, so gotta kind of cut them down, break them open, make sure they're all out from the inside, because maybe out on the outside and smoldering in the sort of rotted out log. But anyway, we're gonna go find a good spot to have lunch. Here's the spot where our line on day one stopped. We got a spot down the hill next night. Came up, new fire line, started over there. Looks a whole lot different. I'll insert a picture with most of our guys covered in smoke here. So anyway, just about at the top of the ridge, beautiful views. Have a lot more time now to show you than we did that day, but there's a few dead ones still up here, some big guys that they should have brought down, but nobody to judge. 1 year in, not exactly an expert, but as you can see, it basically goes straight down that side to the road and straight down that side to the fire escape, the safety route. So that's basically what it was. This guy was only about an acre or two the first night, and when it spotted over, I think it only ended up being about 4 acres. Had 4 hand crews. Obviously you can't get an engine up here, but 4 was a bit excessive. But the Forest Service, when you have one little spot over and you have some newer ICs, then, you know, like I said, I'm no expert, so that's what happened. We ended up with 4 handline crews. We gridded crew side by side, 2 up this hill and 2 came up the backside, and we met in the middle. And pretty amazing views though. Let's go this way. Well, didn't kill the squirrels. They're still out here surviving this winter, so there's a little peek of the other one sticking up there. That's 3-fingered jack. And then sitting over there is Mount Washington, which on the north side of it is where we had our bigger fire of the year in this area. Not in the state, but just in this area. But yeah, all you guys that have sent comments and asking, I'm trying to get through them as I can. But it really, it's you know, it's a whole lot of hard work and dirty work. The movies portray it to be a whole lot more than it is, and you'll get a bunch of guys who either want to be hot shots or are hot shots, and just like the military, anything else, you know, you'll get sort of their view on everything. And honestly, you get about 1 day of hotline on fires like this, and then you spend 3-4 days mopping up, which is, you know, not very glorious work, and the part that most people don't see. You get smoke jumpers that live for cold trailing, and I'm going to follow this ridge back to the truck instead of going down. But yeah, I'm just sort of rambling on. Just thought I would come back and see what she looked like the following spring. For the most part, she's coming back. You got green stuff growing all around, grasses, birds, chipmunks. Fire is a good thing. And I got a request to do a video similar to the kind of I'm ranting on today, but about why the wildfires seem so much bigger nowadays. And partly is because the way the forest managed everything. Back in the day, you had a little forest fire and we used to just put it out. Well, the BLM made a great video, and they're kind of ahead of the curve. HawkLMT made a video recently talking about the different areas of the forest and kind of cleaning it up, and the negative effects of slash burning and whatnot. But I'll leave a link to the BLM video. That basically kind of explains it all for those of you that are wondering. But just in the last, you know, few years, not even really a decade, they've started to change their forest management practices. And so not only are they going in and mowing down all the overgrown brush, thinning out the trees, you know, maybe I'll just make it part of this video. I'll insert, you know, one video where it looks like this. You know, you got standing trees, very low-lying stuff, but not a whole lot of shrubbery. And the BLM said it best when, imagine taking your backyard and not doing anything to it for, you know, 4 years, and then setting a blaze to it. It's going to go up. Now, if you manicure and keep your mow or your lawn mowed down short and your trees trimmed, try to set fire to your grass, the grass will burn and nothing else will burn. You know, these pine needles down here burn, but the trees just get a little bit of scorched. As you can see, they're still alive. So that's kind of the practice. And what the Native Americans used to do is set fire on purpose. They knew it needed to be, the forest needed to be cleansed, it needed to be cleaned of all this debris and dirt. A big fire vacuum to come through and clean the forest. The bigger trees will stay. Not only that, but the other trees tend to choke out ones that are maybe slower growing, maybe provide a better habitat for a deer. Deer like the younger birch that come up after a fire. They don't really gnaw on anything else around here, but you know, it's just the way we've been doing it. They're now realizing isn't the best. Look at Arizona. All that fuel, my guess, I've never been down there, is like this, super dense, high brush, You know, look at Hawk's video. I'll put that down below, and I've got some pictures I've been taking as well. But you know, a nice thick forest looks great, but it chokes out a lot of stuff. And the BLM video did a great one where they rehabbed an entire hillside of these trees that weren't supposed to be there, that were overgrowing, and within hours they could measure water at the bottom, so it became a marsh again, which, you know, created a habitat for the equestrian and the birds and everything else that used to live there before the trees sucked up all the water. You guys know I hate junipers. One reason I hate junipers is they suck up like 75 gallons or something, I was told, a day. It's something ridiculous. They've been rehabbing a lot of these hillsides. Next thing you know, there's a stream busting out of the side of the hill, and it's simply because the trees aren't there to suck up all that water. So I digress. I think I'm sort of rambling and going down a slick hillside, so I will catch y'all later.